Slips, trips, and falls, accidents and injuries. Be aware of your environment, inside and outside, also at work and at home. When using a ladder, make sure you use these safety tips. Don't lean to the side, keep your weight between the support beams. Carry tools in a tool belt or raise and lower them with a hand line. Check that boots and rungs are free from mud and grease. Keep 3 points of contact with the ladder at all times. And if you must place your ladder in front of a door, be sure it is locked or blocked off. Other key safety points to remember when utilizing a ladder: if possible, brace yourself with your free hand. Fully open the step ladder and lock the spreaders in place. The top 2 steps and the bucket shelf are not safe to stand on. Climbing or standing on the rear part of the ladder can cause it to collapse or tip over. Step ladders should never be used folded up and or leaned against a surface. Always utilize safety first for fall protection in utilizing ladders and scaffolding. Climb ladders slowly and use both hands.
Fall protection: if you are more than 6 feet outside working, then you either have to be in a fall protection harness, on a ladder, have something up with chains around you to prevent you from falling, in an aerial lift with fall protection on. But the main thing is that you're in fall protection.
Fire protection. Fire extinguishers. Know where the fire extinguishers are located in your facility or at your job site. They're designed to contain only small fires. Always stay between the fire and the exit door. When extinguishing a fire utilizing a fire extinguisher, make sure that you use the pass method. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the trigger, and sweep the nozzle from side to side. Make sure you're standing 8 to 9 feet away from the fire.
Fire protection, that's pretty simple. You got fire extinguishers out there. Your fire extinguishers are ABC style and type. That means they'll put out normal combustible materials. They'll also put out paper, wood. They'll put out oils, solvents, and they'll also put out electrical cords and motors. We use the pass method. That's pull the pin, aim the fire nozzle at the base of the fire, squeeze and hold down the trigger, and sweep back and forth at the base of the fire. Next thing is you always should have backup. Hey, back me up. I'm getting ready to go in, so that way if I catch on fire, then you can put me out. Another thing is put yourself between an exit and the fire. And also pay attention to wind direction. If all the wind's hitting you in the face, then all that extinguishing agent's going to hit you in the face and you're not going to care about it. They say that if you can't put out a fire with one fire extinguisher, you're supposed to get out. Another thing, I go to companies and they say, hey man, if our stuff's burning, then we push everything in and we get it bigger. Just a little humor. I don't want you to do that, you know what I mean? But the main thing is taking care of yourself and making sure that you're not getting hurt. Also, when you start fighting that fire, I would stand about 8 to 9 feet away from the base of the fire so that fire doesn't come up on top of you. Welding and hot works falls into that, and also cutting, any kind of open sparks. Welding, cutting, open sparks, anything like that. One, we need to prevent any kind of fires, so we need to remove all of the flammables, any kind of dry materials, paper, wood, cardboard. If you are working on some locations, they want you to fill out a hot works permit. Hot works permit should also be filled out at the plant and or here, and that's a big insurance company thing. And here's what hot works permits are. It's a one-page cover your butt so you don't burn the building down. And if you do burn the building down, it's a one-page cover your butt that you attempted not to burn the building down. A lot of people say, well, if I burn the building down, then I'll burn up the hot permit. No, you won't, because you should have that in your pocket, and it should be by, so that way you can grab it to show people that you're the hero and that you didn't burn down the building intentionally. Hot works permits are nothing more than that. They're just a one-page check off to ensure that you don't start any fires. When we talk about hot works permits, that goes back to your insurance companies. It also goes back to safety procedures and regulations, and they're just looking to make sure that you're not burning anything up. If you have any questions on any types of forms or anything, you can go to Lawrence, and that's something that we're working with them on, because we want to make sure that those are simple for you to fill out and that you have that information available. Or we can walk you through it, or we can fill it out for you, but we want to make sure it's filled out.
Workplace violence. Always want to protect yourself. Make sure that you're helping others. Never be the aggressor. And this is only in defense of yourself or others only. When dealing with workplace violence, and you're the victim, you want to attempt to walk away from the person and or the area as safely and quickly as possible. Sometimes workplace violence can escalate very, very quickly. You want to notify someone in management and to call 911 or notify the front office of the situation and call 911 as soon as you can. In the situation of watching workplace violence, do not crowd around an ongoing situation. You want to stand back away. Do not involve yourself into a volatile situation, and please, again, stand back. Safety concerns with workplace violence include harassment, horseplay, harassment, sexual, harassment, verbal, and harassment, bullying. Please do not partake in any of these or perceived workplace violence concerns.